Hello, students. Now I'm going to demonstrate how you can use ChatGPT to practice oral training before you join the reading circle discussions in class. I will use this student writing as a sample. Hello?
Hello, what's up?
I want to practice oral training before I join the reading circle discussions in class. Can you play the role of my group member to practice with me?
Sure, I'd be happy to help. What's the topic of your reading circle discussion?
Now I will just read my reflected journal and you can give me some responses and feedback as my group member.
That sounds like a great plan. Go ahead and read your reflective journal whenever you're ready.
I will start with my favorite line. You can go your whole life collecting days, and none will outweigh the one you wish you had back.
That's a powerful line. It speaks to the idea of regret and longing. How does this line relate to your own experiences or the text you're reflecting on?
This line resonated with me because it captures the idea of regret and a longing to change the past. It reminds me that sometimes a single moment can have more emotional weight than an entire lifetime. The sentence emphasizes the importance of cherishing time with loved ones before it is too late, which is the key theme in the novel.
That's a beautiful reflection. It's clear that the line struck a chord with you. How do you plan to tie this theme into your discussion?
I will now move on to the sentences that confuse me.
Sure, go ahead. What's the first sentence that's confusing you?
I found it a bit confusing when Chick talks about his mother's constant efforts to support him, yet he still chooses to chase after his father's approval. He clearly acknowledges that his mother sacrificed a lot for him, but at the same time, he distances himself from her emotionally.
That can be a bit tricky. It sounds like there's a conflict between gratitude and a desire for independence. Maybe he feels torn between appreciating his mother's support and wanting to prove himself in his father's eyes. Does that interpretation fit with what you're reading?
This made me question, why do people sometimes take the ones who love them the most for granted?
That's a great question. Often, people take loved ones for granted because those relationships feel secure, like they're always going to be there. But it can lead to regret when we realize how important they are. It's a reminder to express appreciation while we can.
I have a second question. Why do children often seek validation from a parent who is absent or emotionally unavailable?
It's natural to seek validation from parents because they're often our first role models. When a parent is absent or emotionally unavailable, it can create a longing for approval. Children might think if they can win that parent's approval, it could somehow fill a void or prove their worth.
I understand that this might stem from a deep psychological need for acceptance, but it is still difficult for me to comprehend why Chick, even as an adult, did not fully appreciate his mother's love until after he was gone. Perhaps this is something that is easier to see in hindsight once we have lost someone. It also made me wonder whether there were times in my own life when I overlooked people who genuinely cared for me while seeking approval from those who did not value me as much.
That's a really thoughtful insight. It shows a lot of self awareness to reflect on your own experiences like that. It's a reminder that we all have room to grow in appreciating those around us. Maybe you can share this personal connection during your discussion.
Okay, I will move on to my first personal connection about regret and unresolved feelings with a family member.
Great. I'm looking forward to hearing how you relate this theme to your own experiences. Go ahead when you're ready.
I will read three paragraphs and I will stop at every paragraph. Chick struggles with feelings of regret and lost time with his mother. This reminds me of my own experience with a male family member who took great care of me, but also made choices that angered me. He was sometimes he was someone I respected and who played an important role in my life. Yet his actions, especially his unfaithfulness, left me feeling disappointed and even betrayed. I distanced myself from him, feeling justified in my anger.
Thank you for sharing that. It sounds like a complex mix of emotions. Have you found any resolution or peace with those feelings over time?
I will go on with my second paragraph. However, not long after, he passed away suddenly due to heart disease. I never had a chance to reconcile with him, and that left me with a complicated mix of emotions. Like Chick, I was left with unresolved feelings, regret, sadness, and the realization that no matter how flawed someone is, losing them still leaves a painful void. Even though I was angry at him for his mistakes, I also remembered all the good things he had done for me. After his passing, I wished I had handled things differently, perhaps by communicating my feelings rather than simply shutting him out.
It sounds like you've done a lot of reflection on this. It's never easy to lose someone, especially with unresolved feelings. Your experience and insights could really add depth to your discussion. Thank you for sharing.
Now I will move on to the third paragraph. This part of the novel made me reflect on the importance of forgiveness. If Chick had known his mother would pass away so soon, would he have made different choices? If I could go back in time, would I have made peace with my family member before it was too late? This question continues to linger in my mind.
That's a powerful reflection. It's natural to wonder about those what if scenarios, and it's a reminder of how important forgiveness and communication can be. It's great that you're bringing these insights into your discussion. It's a valuable perspective.
Now I will read my question for my group, and perhaps you can try to respond as my group member.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Go ahead with your first question.
Have you ever had a complicated relationship with a family member where feelings of love and disappointment coexisted? How did you cope with it?
Yes, I have. It's tough when love and disappointment are mixed. I tried to focus on open communication, understanding, and understanding that no one is perfect. It's a process, but acknowledging those feelings helped me move forward.
Okay, that would be enough. Thank you for practicing with me.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. Good luck with your reading circle discussion.
Okay, that's the way you can try to practice oral training by reading your reflected journal and practice this with ChatGPT. I hope you can try it. Good luck.